together for Kusha Kapila, Jennifer Winget, Shriya Ayush Mehra and Pratibha Ranta. And the moderator for the session is going to be Palak Mehra.
Hi.
Hello.
Can we begin? I think that's a cue. Let's begin. So, what exactly is the formula to create a cult hit in OTT? We have seen shows like Family Man, Sacred Games, and they have left a lasting impression on all of us. So, coming to the first question, is there really a formula to create a cult hit? It's open to all of you.
I feel you actually cannot follow a formula because art is very instinctive. And you know, when we follow something, for example, if horror comedy is working and we keep on doing something like that, I don't know, something misses, and then it becomes a pressure on everyone to deliver something of that sort until the next big thing comes. So I personally don't feel that there's any formula. I think all we can do is like give 100% work and yeah.
I just want to add to that, there is no formula, and I think if we do follow a formula, innovation and creativity is stifled. I think it's very important to evolve, to create, and not think of, oh, we have to make a cult hit. I think the idea here is to work hard and keep evolving because the audiences are also evolving. Like everybody has mentioned here that they've seen me from childhood.
Yes, shakalaka boom boom.
Because you started working when you were really young. We were probably the same age when you started working.
So I think I may have a little bit of extra experience here. And the thing is, there is no formula. It's just about and I was telling Pratibha this, that what I love about Lapata Ladies is that it's one vision. It's Kiran Rao's vision that everybody is following and putting their hard work into it. And that comes off so beautifully. वो emotional resonance जो audience को मिलता है, वो किसी भी setup में मिल सकता है. वो एक गांव में मिल सकता है, वो city में मिल सकता है, वो किसी भी setup में मिल सकता है. But that emotional resonance with the audience is the key for any hit show, movie. That's what I feel, I think.
To add to what you're saying,
Lovely.
since we're all adding to each other,
Yes, please.
I will say that, I've noticed that, I was fortunate to have been part of the cult show, as you would call it, Mirzapur, right? And
Yes.
it came at a point where you just had Sacred Games and Mirzapur that sort of owned the space. I've realized that when you're able to find that authentic voice and really unapologetically go all out without being safe is when you've held your audience. And as soon as something works, you're going to then see a spate of similar things, and then there'll be a clutter breaker again that wants to break the pattern. So I find this to be a circle almost, where something works, everyone tries to follow it, and then there'll be something that breaks. But today, when there is so much content, and you're exposed to content even, from world cinema, I think what really stands out, or what ends up being cult, since that's the word you're using, are shows or subjects or treatment that is not pretending to be anything other than what it is.
What do you say, Ayush, about the same?
Same. They've.
Yeah, what are you adding
have
to
nothing
it?
to add. I genuinely feel if you think about making a cult show or a film, it will never happen. I feel you have to make an honest show or a film, and that's the only truth about this field, where you give in everything you can very honestly, and if it lands, great. If it doesn't land, then you try again, because cult is what people make of it. It's not some side and make something. So I just think that's the key.
Kusha, do you have something to add on that?
Yeah, of course I must because
Yeah, you have to.
I think if there was a formula, all shows ever made would be successful because by now they would have figured it out, right? But I genuinely think, as Shriya also said, that when it's not pretending to be something, when it's genuine, when it's not death by 1,000 cuts. Too many people have not interfered with a vision. When it's so young, it's so innocent that even the OTT channels let you just run with it. I think that's when something magical happens. So genuinely, when there is freedom to make something, I think something beautiful actually comes to the screen.
The usage of word genuinely, I see.
Genuine. There is a lot of
very genuine.
Word of the day is
we
genuine.
should have a separate chair for just genuine.
So it's about timing, creativity, and pushing boundaries, if I may say so.
Story, I feel like कहानी अच्छी होगी तो लोग देखने तो जरूर आएंगे, है ना? कहानी अच्छी होनी चाहिए.
Do you think in all this, filmmakers are chasing success over content and good films or good stories? Like, they are chasing success more than good story?
I don't think there's anything wrong in chasing success. I mean, we all want to be successful, right? We all want people to watch our shows, our movies, our projects, because there's so much hard work that goes into it. And of course, content is king. There's nothing bigger than content, but there's no harm in wanting your content that you make with your heart and soul and sweat to be successful. और ambitious होना अच्छी बात है ना. अगर हम ambitious होंगे तभी हम आगे बढ़ेंगे. हमको अच्छा करना है, get better at it. And success is as important as failure, because that is also very important. You need to fall a few times to really understand what not to do. So I think it's good to want to be successful. Yeah.
Anybody?
See, the thing is, especially with our streaming platforms, आप कहीं छुप नहीं सकते. आपका performance expose हो जाता है. I'll say it in a good way and in a negative way. There have been several actors who haven't had a chance in films just because of the limitation of the time they might have had. But you have that scope on OTT. And then we've had actors who we've celebrated, and then they come, and then you have wonderful actors, and then wo pakde jate hain. So with films, there's always some padding that's going to ensure that you're sort of safe. The thing is that with OTT, the joy of it is, firstly, you can't compare films and OTT. A lot of people tend to ask actors this question: what do you prefer more? Aapko zyada kya pasand hai? Films ya OTT? Every actor honestly wants to do both, because the mediums are different. The mounting of a film will always be different and will be perceived differently, but the kind of scope the streaming platforms have given, not just to actors but to technicians and to several other departments. We've had so many women in positions of power that have spearheaded and championed stories that have women headlining those subjects. So in that sense, I think there have been so many successful moves that have happened. And now there's a nice balance also of experimenting and even sort of a commercial take in OTT, because I think earlier people kept thinking that OTT means not super commercial, but I don't think that's true. So I think there's space for both.
Kusha, what's your take on that?
I think OTT में और theatrical releases में काम करने वाले जो technicians हैं वो same ही लोग हैं. Lines बस blur हुई हैं. So I love the fact that there is more employment. I think कोई भी filmmaker यही चाहेगा कि वो जो भी बना रहे हैं वो काम करे. It should work. Now, do they want it to work more towards critical acclaim? Do they want it to work more commercially? I think वो clarity होनी बहुत ज़रूरी है. I think कितने directors हैं इसी साल जिन्होंने बोला है कि मुझे I want the theatres to be filled. That's my aim, right? I want more and more people to watch. I want my film to penetrate every single sect of the society. At the same time, I feel when a filmmaker has that kind of a clarity, although who are we to say this, because none of us are filmmakers, so I don't want to bite more than I can chew here. But all I'm saying is that clarity of what you want is very, very important. Somebody can totally want more viewership, and that's about it. And that's the success for them. And that's good for them. And that's very good. If you want more viewership, good for you. Yeah, that works.
Basically, no judgment.
No judgment, absolutely.
Yes, we are not filmmakers, but we are artists. And we are actors, and we have worked since childhood, since we were apparently 11 years old. So my question is, with this evolving time of OTT, Do you feel the constant pressure of people who have made it in cult industry and have made it in shows like Mirzapur, to say the least, or even Lapata Ladies? Do you think there is a constant pressure from the past for an actor to perform better with every day on set?
Absolutely, and there should be.
Yeah.
Well, I thrive under that pressure. I absolutely want that pressure because I do not want to be stagnant. I do want to get better. I do want to try different roles. I want to challenge myself because till the time, OTT, films, TV, TV is the most difficult medium to work in, right? And is now still okay, but it used to be very, very, but we didn't know any better and we were enjoying ourselves. I mean, yes, there would be days where it would be like, oh my God, kill me right now.
We made it.
But I have learned so much, and to even in that kind of an environment where there's not just pressure of doing a good job, the pressure is to deliver. It's all about deliver. Bhejo, episode bhejna hai. Actor ja raha hai.
फट shoot खत्म करना
हाँ, and in spite of that, there are so many actors that have come from television who are phenomenal and can do anything in like give कि हमको इधर left profile ही चाहिए, right profile ही चाहिए, ऐसा नहीं होता है. We are क्या बोलते हैं उसको?
Technically more sound, I would say.
We are just kind of brought up in a way that कि हम किसी भी situation में या circumstance में we know we can do it. आप हमको 10 मिनट पहले 20 पेज 20 क्या बोलते हैं उसको पेज का डायलॉग लेकर आओ, करना पड़ेगा बॉस. बट ये नहीं है कि करना पड़ेगा इसलिए कर रहा है. Because when the audience will watch it, they don't know what has happened behind on this set, na? Whether whatever issues have happened. That performance will stay on the internet or wherever forever. So that's your only chance to, in spite of the situations, do a fantastic job. And sorry, what was your question? I got lost.
ठीक है अच्छा बोलते रहो अच्छा लगा genuinely
Pressure on
learning.
Pressure, correct.
yeah but your answer is there only like
Sorry guys, sorry. I love pressure, as you can see.
Well, like, you're really watchable. I hope you.
Yeah.
I mean, there is proof in the pudding, but yeah.
Kusha, when you moved from digital to OTTs, was there a pressure on you कि इसमें अब मेरे को perform better करना है, अब मेरे को scale high करना है, अब मेरे को थोड़ा अपने digital content से different करना है? So was there a constant pressure on you before you went to the set?
There is pressure because obviously digital medium is completely different. वहाँ पे जो भी हम कर रहे हैं, it's so OTT, it's so caricaturish. We want the quickest laugh, right? And especially I made comedy content. तो मेरी आवाज़ अलग होती थी, मेरे हाव भाव अलग होते थे, तो वो सब नहीं चल सकता. आपको सेट से ना थप्पड़ मार के भगा देंगे घर वापस अगर आप वैसे एक्ट करेंगे. I had to unlearn a lot to be on a set सबसे पहले. So when I actually got a chance, for example, in Life Hill Gayi on Disney Hotstar, which is my first show as a lead
It's
that
a fun
I did.
show.
Yeah, it was a fun show. And even though the character that I was doing was this rich girl and it was somewhere similar to the characters I have played, my director, Prem, he was very, very clear. He was like, listen, do not even try to bring everything that you have learnt off the internet to this set. We will approach this very normally, be normal, be cool. So, there was a lot of unlearning that had to happen, and especially after this show that I did, and while I was shooting it, thanks to Mr. Ayush here, he really pushed me to go to an acting workshop and unlearn everything that I had learnt on the internet over the last 4-5 years. So now I'm just in love with the process of acting. अब मैं इतना वर्कशॉप करती हूँ, अब मैं हर महीने बस वर्कशॉपिंग में ही लगा रही हूँ, because even if you don't have the next big project, because that's the question in the city, right? What's next? There is no how are you? What are you doing? So this is a city that thrives on what's next, what's the next big thing. So in that, just leaning on something like an acting workshop, something like a community of actors where you just get to perform a scene every day. I think that's really helped me as a digital creator, because formal education तो है नहीं acting में, तो अभी जो सीख सकते हैं, and then we can go on and audition for better roles and better parts. Yeah.
My same question is for you, Ayush.
Uh, I feel, I don't know, it varies. I don't know. It's, I don't know how to answer this. Can you repeat the question again?
Like when you switch pressure, constant pressure on actors.
I remember it now.
You know, I've never approached any medium differently. Like, you know, I always feel like whether I'm acting on YouTube or whether I'm acting on OTT or whether I act in a film, the amount of effort, the amount of hard work and the amount of everything is the same, because it's going to be shot on a camera and you have to be honest as you are. Now, mediums change, obviously. When you're doing films, obviously you can't have an elaborate storyline of yours, so you have to make it quicker. Like, you have to have your characteristics probably come out in a scene where people would least expect it. In a show, you get 8 hours. In a film, you get 2 hours. So it's the time crunch, and you have to think of it very smartly as to where I can sort of show my characteristics if there is the requirement of it. Otherwise, if it's normal, then don't do extra. So yeah, I think the effort is the same. I think mediums change, and that's all it is. मैं beatbox भी करता हूँ बीच में, but it's that I never felt that you have to put an extra effort for digital and extra effort for film. I think effort is the same, medium changes, so you have to just maneuver it.
However, when you do seasons and seasons like Mirzapur, do you feel that you want to overperform it, कि पहले वाली performance से better करना पड़ेगा?
Well, I died in the climax of season 1, so I didn't do a season 2 of Mirzapur, but I did do successful season 2s of, say, The Broken News with Jaideep Ahlawat, Sonali Bendre, and Taza Khabar, जिसका season 2 अभी Disney Plus Hotstar पे stream हो रहा है.
Most watched show on
please
Disney
watch
Hotstar.
it.
Woohoo! Huge round of applause.
It's doing well. Thank you. Thanks, Kusha. See, you know what? The joy of doing season 2s is that you have your loyal audience. They're excited, they're waiting, and you're a little more relaxed to try and push the envelope a little more, right? So wo initial jo nerves hote hain, and I'm speaking purely even from what I notice with the makers or the writers, there's much more confidence to take it up a little higher notch, to just have a little more fun. And honestly, I feel very lucky because I noticed that Broken News season 2 and TK2 both did much better than the first one, which is actually rare because that pressure is always there. People are waiting for it to not work, right? See, I feel like there's the only pressure that I may be aware of as an actor is to ensure that you don't get stereotyped. Because the minute you do something that has worked, you will notice offers in the similar zone because it's worked. Yeah, that's I resonate with. Until you need to kind of spoon feed people saying, okay, hold on, yes, this has happened, but this is also something I can do, this is also how I can look. And that effort you have to do as an actor because no one is going to put that effort to reimagine you. And you have to reimagine yourself and show up for yourself and try and keep breaking patterns that perhaps you're setting. So that to me would be pressure that I willingly take on and I kind of enjoy because it's fun to spoon feed people, I think, you know.
I'd like to ask you that when you walked on the sets of Lapata Ladies, क्या आपको पता था कि वो ऑस्कर्स में चले जाएगा? ऑफ कोर्स नहीं पता था, तो वो प्रेशर था क्या?
पता था, अभी बोल रही थी, हमें तो पता ही था, ये तो इतना लेट हुआ, नहीं तो मेरे को तो लगा था.
मतलब वो प्रेशर था, क्या था सेट पे?
I think it was the complete hard work जो हर डिपार्टमेंट डाल रहा था. The attention to detail, attention to detail. जब हम सेट पे काम करते थे, like we would see Ravi sir and Chaya ma'am giving their 100% as me, Sparsh and Nitanshi. कभी ये feel नहीं हुआ सेट पे that हम क्यों, हाँ चलो ठीक है जल्दी कर लो. It was so fun working with everyone. In fact जब हमारा रैप भी हुआ था, we were like यार अब हम कभी किसी से मिल नहीं पाएंगे. That was the energy जो उस वक्त I think हम लोगों ने create की, and when it released on Netflix, audience really got connected with it, and I think the energy is still growing. So pressure ऐसा कभी आया नहीं. It was genuinely good work and like, you know, good guidance by Kiran ma'am.
Okay, which brings to my next question. Do you think that filmmakers go back, not the filmmakers, the streamers have become a little relaxed because they think that the past releases, which are the cult films on their platforms, are doing well, and there is a dearth of good content out there. So they have become a little laid back over there.
See, I don't feel
Not at
it's. I don't feel it's laid back. It's to do with a lot of world economics also. Like, you know, it's not only up to the streamers. Of course, we could be taking more risks, but it also has to do with a lot of money. Like, like if the world is going into recession and the world is going into wars, obviously the streaming platforms are not going to have a lot of money to spend. And if it's not happening internationally, it's not happening in India as well. So where they used to make 50 shows, they would now make 10 shows. So that 10 shows may now, everyone has to sort of fit in. So that becomes a little difficult. So we have to probably wait for some of these things to become better. Yes, you can make lesser budget shows and more shows as a volume-based thing and try and experiment more like they do in the West. But that's a call which a lot of things have to work out for that call to be taken.
So is it just the money or the lack of risk appetite?
मुझे ऐसा भी लगता है कि जब भी OTT की शुरुआत हुई थी तब there was this innocence to it, this novelty to it कि अब कुछ अलग तरीके का content आएगा, and the risk taking appetite is also more, and why shouldn't it be? Anything when it's just new and it's just started, you tend to experiment more. That you will see in the trajectory of an actor also, right? If when they're just starting out, maybe they'll experiment more, and then maybe if something sticks on the wall, then you will see them doing the same kind of roles. I'm not saying that's the case with all actors, but some actors really do tend to do something that sticks with their audience more. So I think जब streaming platforms शुरू हुए थे तब there was more freedom, there was this appetite to take different kind of shows, but I think after a while numbers come in, analytics come in, how something performs comes in, और मैक्स की लिस्ट आ जाती है, आपको पता लगने लग जाता है कि क्या चल रहा है क्या नहीं चल रहा. So I think some protocols are then put into place, which is the reason why maybe you will not see as many brave shows, let's say 5 years down the line. But बन रहे हैं, जैसे मैंने अभी त्रिभुवन मिश्रा CA टॉपर जो शो है वो मैंने जो देखा, कितना इंटरेस्टिंग शो था और कितना अलग तरीके का शो था. मुझे लगता है वो काफ़ी ब्रेव शो था. सो आई थिंक वंस इन अ वाइल यू विल हैव दीज ब्यूटिफुल शोज दैट विल डू समथिंग डिफरेंट, एंड वो भी मिर्ज़ापुर के राइटर ने ही लिखा है, पुनीत ने ही लिखा है. सो आई थिंक
एंड गुल्लक के डायरेक्टर ने,
हाँ
गुल्लक के डायरेक्टर ने,
yes. He's a phenomenal director. He directed
Yeah.
Operation MBBS.
Yeah, so
He's
आप
a
देख
phenomenal
सकते हैं कि people are doing interesting work. Maybe the frequency of that is not going to be कि हर show interesting होने वाला है या brave होने वाला है, which is fine because कभी आपको सिर्फ रन ऑफ द मिल शोज़ भी देखने का मन, उसकी भी ऑडियंस बहुत, चिक फ्लिक्स की ऑडियंस कितनी ज़्यादा है. आप कोई भी चिक फ्लिक्स अगर किसी स्ट्रीमिंग प्लेटफॉर्म पे आती है वो टॉप 10 पे ट्रेंड करती है पहले दिन पे. सो आई थिंक ऑल काइंड्स ऑफ फॉर्मेट्स एग्जिस्ट एंड once in a while you'll get that brave show also. So yeah.
Jennifer, what do you have to say on the lack of risk appetite of the filmmakers? Is it just the money and production, or is it that everybody is not experimenting too much?
But that's not true. People are, like she said, there have been amazing shows that have come in the recent times. Also, I think if you talk about streamers, if you talk about business-wise, they want people to subscribe, right? If your subscription base is good, then they're okay. Then, and it's not like there are very boring shows being made. People are trying, experimenting left, right, center to do. हर शो तो सीक्रेट गेम्स या फिर मिर्ज़ापुर नहीं हो सकता है ना.
Absolutely.
तो बन रहा है यार शोज, और इतना अच्छा, इतना सारा कंटेंट बन रहा है कि देखने का वक्त नहीं है. So I don't think there is any laid back attitude when it comes to making new and experimental content at all.
So there's a lot of great content out there. We just need to go out and watch.
I mean, there is something, I'm sorry, there's something for everyone.
Yeah.
Like the chick flicks, I don't know why I pointed at her when I said that.
I'm a
But
huge
you know, there,
viewer of that
yeah,
genre.
there are chick flicks, there's serious cinema, there is all sorts, all sorts. So, where is the dearth?
I think KK Menon alone has been in two of the best shows this year. One is the Indian adaptation of Sherlock Holmes,
I've not seen that.
and one is Murshid, if I'm not wrong. So I think the thing is ना अभी इतना सारा content हो भी गया है कि आपको पता ही नहीं लगता है. अभी आप टॉप शोज ऑफ 2024 हाईएस्ट रेटेड देखेंगे, आपको पता लगेगा कि बहुत शोज तो मिस हो गए, बिकॉज बहुत शोज उस लेवल की मार्केटिंग भी नहीं करते हैं. अगर आप टब्बर की बात करें, टब्बर की आई डोंट थिंक उस लेवल का मार्केटिंग भी हुई थी, बट इट्स स्टिल वन ऑफ द बेस्ट शोज टू कम आउट ऑफ OTT.
Also, I think there is a little bit of upheaval happening with the streamers right now. So everything also has been put on hold. क्योंकि नया कुछ ज़्यादा बन नहीं रहा है, because already इतना content है और ऊपर बहुत सारा वो गड़बड़ चल रहा है.
And there was a phase of over-commissioning,
Yeah,
because of which I
exactly.
think the streamers have just taken a step back. But you know, I will say that I do observe now that every platform, like Kusha mentioned, has its sort of big shows, has its reality shows, has like a chick flick, has sports, has comedy. So they are strategically doing that, I think, to just have a good mix of all of it. And you know, so many times the audience will conveniently say हमें कुछ अलग देखना है, but जब अलग बनाता है हमेशा नहीं देखते लोग, you know. But the joy is that sometimes 3 years down the line there will be something that will be discovered, and an audience, a new audience will be found. So it's not always like tabhi wo validation, might be too late then, but still, yeah.
Stories always find their right audience, I believe.
So all these good stories, to say in, don't even have a big star cast. Do you think that filmmakers should chase good actors instead of stars?
Good content. Content is
The
the
cake.
key. An actor, when you can mold an actor anyhow you want. If you have a good team, if there is dedication, if there is passion, and if the content is good, actor को आप किसी भी ढांचे में मोल्ड कर सकते हो. और ये मेरे साथ बहुत हुआ है, क्योंकि मेरे को ये बहुत क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है कि आप फिल्में क्यों नहीं करती हो, आप टीवी क्यों करती हो, आप इतना अच्छा एक्टिंग करती हो, आप टीवी पे क्यों है. क्यों नहीं हूँ मैं टीवी पे भाई, मेरे को इतना I'm getting amazing roles on TV. I am kind of creating my niche, my mark for myself. Why won't I do TV? I love TV. I'm very possessive about TV also, as you can see. So I think it's not about big star or a big face or anything. It's about content. And the audiences today know that. Earlier, audiences weren't that evolved. But it's about, I mean, look at what Kusha has done in the past few years, man. Look at all of these people. It's not about how big they are. It's pure talent and it's content. And we all can be molded into whatever talent whatever part you want us to. Give us that environment, you know, give us on set. It's not just, it's even the environment that matters so much. You know, if you have a good team to work with, you feel like going to work, you want to do your best, you want to wake up and say, I'm going to work today, and it's so exciting. So I think it's get that team in order. It doesn't matter who you cast, it's just that team.
Can I please get your number? I need you as a friend in my life.
Okay, before I open the floor to the audience, I would like to ask each of you one OTT film, web show you would like to recommend. And one which you have just watched.
We start from there.
So this pressure.
Pressure.
Oh my God. Well, I just have watched the Menendez brothers, which we were just talking about it. So sorry, I stole that. Yeah. So I absolutely loved watching that. And one that I would recommend. I would recommend that definitely. But I saw this show called A Confession, which was made in 2009. आपने देखा है? हाँ बहुत पुराना है, but I recently saw it. There is that one and there is one called Manhattan. वो भी बहुत पुराना शो है जो मैंने Amazon पे देखा था, जो ओपनहाइमर के अगर आपने Oppenheimer देखी उसके पहले आप Manhattan Show देखना. So it's about that how they build the bomb and everything, and I think it is just textbook. It is fantastic, and anybody who hasn't seen Manhattan, please watch Manhattan. It's a brilliant, brilliant show, and yeah, that's it as of now.
So many. Most recently तो Sector 36 बहुत ही oh my god that film. But जो विक्रांत मासी ने किया है उसमें it's such a good film, and I just feel that जो उन्होंने पूरा जो उनका confession वाला scene है उसी के लिए देख लेनी चाहिए वो film. बहुत ही wonderful film है.
It's giving me chills while you're talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah. And उसी के साथ मैं अभी एक show देख रही हूँ Monsters. वो भी बहुत बढ़िया show है. I'm not fully finished watching it, but I know I'm going to be recommending it to everyone. And my all-time favorite would be The Bear. उसका season 1, season 2, season 3 ऐसे मैं बोलूँगी ऐसे घोल के पी लो. It's one of the best TV I've ever watched. So yeah.
I thought you'll say Life हिल गई देखो.
Life हिल गई तो देख ही लो. Please watch Life हिल गई on Disney Plus Hotstar. But I would still say The Bear. It's one of the best shows I think ever made. So yeah. I understand, but watch the third season again. It'll draw you back in. Yeah.
Shriya?
That's very nice.
Well, I just started watching Monster, so I think a lot of us are talking about that. So that one. A show that many people haven't watched. I love watching animation, and there's a technique called rotoscopy, with which, I mean, it's live action, but it's animation. There's a show called Undone on Amazon Prime, which is not a new one, but it's phenomenal. You have to watch it. It's brilliant storytelling, and I don't think we've explored much animation storytelling in India, so that is something that I personally enjoy watching a lot. I keep going back to Fleabag. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is
fun
amazing.
show.
I keep going back to Fleabag for inspiration, just to ground myself. And if I have to give a recommendation, I'll say Taza Khabar 2 dekhi lo.
I think my recommendation will be again what Kusha said, Sector 36, because I was really blown away how Vikrant Massey has performed in it. So yeah.
Ayush?
मैं फिर भी सारे आंसर तो हो गए.
Creative answer dena padega.
So I recently am watching Monsters for sure, and there's this show called Wins. So I was a huge WWF fan.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yes. So Wins is Vince McMahon. He's the person who built the whole business. So last night I watched the whole thing till like 2 o'clock. I finished the whole show because I've seen all the eras. I've seen the Attitude Era. I've seen Ruthless Aggression. I'm like a huge. I used to be a huge wrestling fan. So I watched that. I think you all should watch
Who's
it.
your favorite wrestler?
It was Stone Cold Steve Austin. And it was The Rock as well.
Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, you like the Ultimate? Okay. So I started watching during the Attitude Era. So I liked The Rock and Austin, and I was just like, okay, are we getting drifted? That's something you watch because that man is so ambitious, so blinded by ambition that, and he's a real character, and he's built a $20 billion industry, and it's phenomenal how he's done it with only conviction and feeling and gut and hard work and just will. So that, and the show I keep going back to every time is Ted Lasso. I love that show. I think it's therapy. I keep watching that show and I just feel like, yes, I need a Ted Lasso and that therapist, the same one in my life. And the thing I would recommend to people to watch is, you all should like films. If I can recommend, please.
Please go for it.
There's a film called Sly. If you've not seen Sly, Sly is a film about Sylvester Stallone, how he started, how he came from nothing and to where he's reached. I think that's one of the most motivating things you can watch as an actor, as a writer, as a director, or any creative person in any field, because that will just give you like, agar he's gone through so much hardship. So I like watching a lot of those things where you motivate yourself like that. So Sly is something, please watch it. It's his story and it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Okay, guys, please take a note. You've got a lot of recommendations and a whole lot of content to watch. Before I move the question to the audience, I'd like to tell that my panelists look so beautiful and gorgeous. And Ayush, you look damn cute.
Thank
All
you so
of you
much.
looking so pretty.
You're so pretty as well.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
conducting
You're
it so
kind.
beautifully.
You're
Thank
kind. Okay, guys, on to you. Anybody has any questions over there?
you. चिल्लाना पड़ेगा ऐसे ही.
We'll
Yes.
take only 2 questions. Yes, please.
Hi, Kusha again.
Hi.
I wanted to ask that, as you can see, many of us wanted to create content right now. So, what would you suggest where to start from?
In terms of content,
Yes.
मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि genuine content बहुत honest place से बनता है. तो आप अगर थोड़ा बैठेंगे अपनी खुद की life experiences के साथ, like for example, I made content from my own life experiences. I literally went back into memory as a child, as an adult, and as a young adult in college. What were the things that really affected me, or what was the things that really stayed with me? So मैं तो वहीं से content बनाती हूँ अपनी ज़िंदगी के experiences से. So actually, when you'll sit to just analyze your own life, you'll realize it's been very interesting. And you'll analyze your own family, your own relatives, your extended circle, your peers. You'll get so many stories from there. I think जब आप उस place से content बनाएंगे, so it'll be a very unique take on your own life. And you'll realize कि none of the experience is actually unique, because आप जब उसको share करेंगे internet पे, बहुत लोग relate करेंगे उसके साथ. So start from there. That's always a very good place to start making content from, because कहानियाँ भी वहीं से ही बनती हैं.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
Hi Jennifer. Like I said, we grew up watching you.
Of course you did.
No, but
Yeah,
like,
I'm
it's
just
always
kidding. You
get
know,
that
I'm
a
just
lot.
kidding. It's a joke. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
but you
I'm
still look the same.
I'm
Like,
sorry?
You still look the same.
Well,
You're
thank you
still
very
as
much.
Gorgeous. I remember watching Behad a lot. I was obsessed with your character. I cannot
you.
tell you how much.
I hope you didn't kill people. Yeah, good. We're all good.
Let's not get there. No, it was really nice. I just want to know that if you analyze your journey, what do you think is your favorite character? Because for me, that was my favorite. What is your favorite?
No, Maya definitely is very, very close to my heart, because I think also that character kind of broke. I had to unlearn a lot of things that I had been doing on TV. And to play this grey character, because I'd always played this good bahu or good daughter and wife and all of that. And this character, especially on TV, जहाँ पर subtlety तभी, and this is I'm talking about 2016, तो इतना नहीं समझ में आता था. But it gave me an opportunity to do something that I had not done before. So that is why it taught me a lot. I actually fell in love with acting when I started shooting for Behad, because I'm like, holy, I can do this? I can? Like, I used to be like, there have been scenes where I'm like, oh my God, how did I do that? I don't know. I really don't know, because I think, like, but you know, it's, like she said, she takes instances from her life, uses that as motivation, and then puts it out in front of people to see, to judge, whatever they want to do. But it somewhere is also therapeutic, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So for me, Behad was therapeutic also, because I was going through a time in my life where I was a bit confused and lost. And that character, that show kind of gave me that confidence back of, this is not over yet. This is just the beginning. So yes, in that way, Maya, definitely. And also, again, Kodam, to play an army officer, to wear that uniform, to just have that discipline and do action. I'd never done action before. So any character that makes me do new things is close to my heart. All of them are, obviously, because all characters, by the grace of God, have given me more and more and more and more and more, and I hope it never stops. But these two characters, because I got to do something different and be better as an actor and even as a human being, I think they're very, very close to me.
Did it ever take a toll on you?
Yes.
Because
Yes, it
needed
did.
a different type of psychology because you're not normally like that.
Yeah, because I'm gone stupid now. Look at me. No, it did. It does, obviously, because it's emotions, right? You can't fake emotions.
How did you deal with it? Like if you
You learn it on the job. I mean, you just learn it on the job. It's like, I don't know. I mean, there would be days when I would pack up and I would be in the car and I'd be like, my head would be throbbing. And I just didn't want to speak to anyone. I just didn't want to look at anyone. I just wanted to just be alone, right? So, but next day I wake up and I'm like, I'm going to work again and I'm going to do this scene and I'm going to do that scene. I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to do it like that. So I think it just kind of, it's a switch on, switch off that happens just automatically in different times for different actors, obviously. But, और मुझे पता है कि ये 6 महीने 6 months I have to do this, or 1 month I have to do this, or 1 year I have to do this because television. So I know that I'm going to finish this in 6 months or whatever. After that, I'm going on a holiday. So that's my motivation to do good work, is go for holidays.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Sushant, over to you. Guys, यहाँ पे चॉकलेट्स भी हैं वैसे खाने की है.
हमें को लगा वो शोकेस है और कोई खा नहीं रहा था. मैं सोचा मैं बदतमीजों की तरह के ऐसे
Guys, खाने के लिए
चॉकलेट खा रहा
खा
हूँ.
सकते हैं. We can indulge
Chocolate
in the meantime.
खाएं उससे पहले I just quickly want to have some
Go for
good
it.
fun. Please claps. Come on now. Some really fun answers, some really fun point of views, and it's also so nice to have our favoriteest content creators give such intelligent and beautiful answers also, because ये वाली जो बहुत ही cliche line होती है, beauty with brains. They are all beauty with brains, guys. My name is Prerna. I'm going to just ask you a few questions. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Kusha. Hi, Shriya. Hi, you. Congratulations. Hi, Ayush. And of
Hello.
course, thank you so much for handling this panel so beautifully. So, Amante, ये जानना चाहते हैं आपसे, जहाँ तक लॉन्जरी का सवाल है और आज की तारीख में भी काफ़ी हश सा टॉपिक है, Amante the brand. If I had to ask you this, Jennifer, do you think lingerie is a form of self-expression, or is it just something that we basically need as a necessity?
Can it be both?
Yeah, sure.
I think it is both, because you do like to, when you look at yourself in the mirror, you look a certain way and you want to, you feel good about yourself, and also at the same time, so is comfort very important. Sometimes you just want to be like, nothing, right?
Sure, yeah.
So I think both are important. It cannot be just this one or that one. So for me, I go with both.
I agree. Jennifer के लिए तालियां. Thank you very much. I think it's just basic. पता नहीं तालियां क्यों? Because Jennifer's amazing. That's why, maybe. Not the answer so much, because the answer is just like the basic thing. Kusha,
You caught me unawares. I wasn't ready for this.
कोई बात नहीं. You're always ready for everything because you're a TV child. You're ready for every complexity which is thrown at you.
Touche, girl. Touche.
Absolutely. Kusha, अगर आपसे ये सवाल पूछना होता कि how important do you think ये जितने lingerie brands हैं, they should be embracing inclusivity and body positivity? How important do you think it is?
I mean, of course, फिर वो क्या पहनेंगे अगर size range में ही नहीं होगा तो are you only making for small and medium women? What do we go out with?
Sure.
So obviously like that's like bare minimum. I think हम bare minimum को इतना celebrate करते हैं ना society में.
Yeah.
Like inclusivity is like the most bare minimum thing on the table. If you're not doing it, might as well maybe start a beverage business or something like that. Beverage business में कोई inclusivity की ज़रूरत नहीं है. सबको सोडा ही पीना है. So yeah.
कुशा कभी इतने कमाल के आंसर्स देती है ना, मेरा बड़ा मन करता है मैं कार्टव्हील करूं, जबकि मेरे को आता नहीं है कार्टव्हील करना. Also, I don't think I'm dressed for a cartwheel today. So Kusha, please, thank you so much.
I'll catch you.
Shriya, this question is for you. Do you think, वैसे तो जेनिफर ने इस सवाल का जवाब दे दिया, but do you think lingerie should always be functional, or can it be fun as well?
Both.
Yes.
Functional and fun, as every human being needs to be.
Yeah.
It totally, exactly, for fun, yeah. I mean, I think we underestimate how lingerie makes us feel.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes, even if, others may or may not see it on a particular day, but you're wearing it, you're having fun with it, you do it for yourself. And men just need to be less awkward in a lingerie store is what I feel.
Yeah.
Yes, Ayush, what kind of lingerie do you like? Is my
Fun
question.
or functional? No, Ayush, you can really answer this. And
Let's
I think
totally
as
put
much
it
as
on the
we're
spot.
laughing about this, the best part about being here is अब तक जितने भी सारे panel discussions हुए हैं, सब इतने comfortable हैं, chill हैं, bare minimum हैं, कि बड़ा अच्छा लगता है. तो आयुष, अगर ये सवाल आपसे हम पूछें, lingerie के बारे में आपका क्या ख्याल है? What do you think about lingerie in general? Kusha's having the time of her life. Kusha's going to have a cartwheel right now. Hanji, Ayush.
It should genuinely be both fun and
Why can't you keep a straight face and answer that question? Also, I feel now as a man, I really would like you to send across a message for all those men who still shy to say the 3-letter word called BRA, bra. So, आप क्या कहना चाहते हैं हमारे boys को, boys को? Any message that you would like to give them to just?
it's I don't know, it's basic, so I don't know what do you shy of.
आयुष का mic किसने
मेरा
बंद
mic
किया?
ही बंद मत बोलना.
आयुष का mic बंद कर दिया है. अच्छा, thank you. Ayush, I don't want to put you on the spot.
I think also it's the best.
It is basic only. That's what Ayush is saying. Ayush, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's basic.
Ji.
It's a piece of cloth, and I like every woman wears it, and I don't know what to comment on it. Like it's not something which you see it and you're like, oh, ये तो bra में है. ऐसा कौन बोलता है? मतलब it's bare basic. It's everyone who wears it. It's your sister, it's your mother, it's your girlfriend. Everyone wears it. So I don't know what's the fuss about it. So I don't think so. You should be shy, and I don't know. There's nothing to be shy on it.
I think Ayush really summed it up very, very nicely. Also, I don't want him to be in the spot anymore. So can we please clap for Ayush? Also, Pratibha, आपके लिए ये वाला जो सवाल है is what is one lingerie piece every woman should have in her wardrobe?
One lingerie piece that I think something that's you feel comfortable in.
Right.
For me, it's just about comfort, and if you want to experiment, of course, you can make yourself feel good. So yeah, it's all about that.
तालियों के साथ, actually तालियों की गड़गड़ाहट के साथ अमानते की तरफ से आप सबके लिए हैम्पर्स आ रहे हैं. आयुष, आपके लिए सिर्फ मेरी मुस्कान आ रही है.
Thanks.
But आयुष, आपके लिए एक सवाल जरूर है. अमानते के हैम्पर्स, please. आयुष, आपके लिए ये सवाल है कि if your pillow could talk, आयुष. Kusha just like giggles with Ayush ही बोल दिया तो बस giggle
No,
कर लो.
because he's my friend. So it's just funnier for me just to see him in spot.
Of course, of course. Ayush, if your pillow could talk, वो आपकी sleeping habit के बारे में क्या बोलते?
That it's correct. I think it's apt. It's perfect. I sleep at 10:30 or 11 and I wake up at 6. So I
कल
think
तो आप 2 बजे तक कुछ binge watch कर रहे थे, तो आपकी pillow बन के मैं
कभी वो separate pillow हो जाता है कभी. But usually I sleep on time. So I think it's more to do with I have good habit. My pillow would be really happy because I use that pillow really for 8 hours to sleep only. Like I just want to make it clear before
That is
anyone
amazing.
goes. Yeah.
The 8-hour sleep I was talking about.
Yes,
That's
8
amazing.
hours sleep is mandatory.
That's an exception. I think it's really an exception in today's day and age. So can we please clap for Ayush, and also have a tiny little gift that we have from Fido.
A pillow?
You already have a very gorgeous pillow. I don't think you need a pillow, but you do need. Ye Ayush ke liye, please. Thank you. Now we've got some bathroom fittings. We also have some.
Thank you.
Yeah, ये काफी cool सा ये जो time है मेरे life का. I'm the fun aunt who plays games with lots of people.
I have no clue.
Yeah, and I don't have any kids of my own, so that's how it works. अब आप सबसे मैं पूछने वाली हूँ, जेनिफर, अगर आपको इनमें से कोई भी एक चीज़ चाहिए होती, ठीक है, ये शावर है. I feel so funny doing this.
You should.
Excuse me, ये Italian luxury shower है. ये दोनों showers हैं, and then of course there's a faucet and there are some cool switches. अगर आपको अपने घर में कुछ install करना होता तो आप इनमें से कुछ भी choose कर सकते हैं. This is for.
What is that in that corner there? What is this?
इससे आप पानी पी सकते हैं. बहुत ही fresh, बहुत ही amazing मीठी river का.
No, I'll take this
98%
faucet. This one, the second.
This one?
Yeah, I like that little.
Is FEMA's team noting down what Jennifer wants?
It goes with my
Beautiful.
bathroom.
Beautiful. You guys recommend what? Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Superb.
We
आप
good?
तो सारी चीजें recommend कर रहे हैं. फिर आप ऐसे कर रहे हैं.
Which one
Very
did you
good.
pick? Which one?
The
Fantastic.
second one.
Kusha, is there anything that you?
If on answering you're getting the product, then all. So I'm happy to receive and I shall share my address with the owners.
Superb. Superb. But you still have to choose just one. अब हम लालची नहीं बन सकते इसमें.
all.
ना ना.
I'll take the shower.
Beauty. Shower goes to Kusha. Guys, claps. Let's make this as fun as as fun. Yeah. Okay. Shriya ji.
Kusha stole my shower.
We can give you
want
another shower.
shower.
Yeah, the shower's for you.
First I thought it was a light fitting, so I think it's really
Yeah,
cool.
I thought it was light.
I'm very fascinated by the design of that, so
Yeah.
shower.
Shower.
Yes.
Pratibha.
क्या क्या बाकी है यहाँ पे भी?
नहीं कुछ भी ले सकते हो
I'll
आप.
go for
ऐसा
a
नहीं
tap.
है एक शावर है मतलब एक और मिल सकता है आपको. कोई
अच्छा, मिल
टेंशन नहीं है.
जाएगा?
हाँ.
ठीक है, I'll also
अरे
go for a
अपना ही है
shower.
फीमा बोलो. हाँ हाँ ये लो हो गया शावर आपका. अब
Tap भी चाहिए.
सॉरी
टैप पीछे.
नहीं एक ही चीज मिल सकती है. ये सारी ये
अरे
लालची
उसकी फिल्म ऑस्कर में जा रही है. पूरा
दो,
बोर्ड
भाई.
भेजो उसके
भाई
घर.
उसकी फिल्म ऑस्कर में जा रही है. मैं आपके घर पे आके सारी फिटिंग करवा के दे सकती हूँ. That much I can do. But as far as the client is concerned, are you
एक ही
okay
मिलेगा.
with the Oscar-winning girl to get everything? Just say yes. We put you in a spot.
Yes, it's a
प्रतिभा
yes,
के लिए
Pratibha.
तालियां guys. लापता लेडीज के लिए डबल तालियां एक्चुअली. Unfortunately ये सवाल आपके लिए नहीं है आयुष.
क्यों? मैं भी नहाता हूँ.
आपकी इतनी 8 घंटे की इतनी स्पेशल नींद है. हमने सोचा नहाने की चीजें आपको नहीं दी जाएंगी.
कमाल है. थैंक्स
Yes.
यार. ये बटन क्या है? बट कैन यू टेल मी? ये मैं तो वो बोल रहा था. मैं बटन चाहिए थे. ये है क्या?
ये आपकी रेगुलर चीज है. As soon as you click on it अभी लाइट चालू हो जाएगी.
अच्छा.
Yeah.
This
मुझे
has
पता
nothing to
नहीं
do
है,
with
but I'm
shower.
saying yes. ये शावर के
Shower.
लिए.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
मैंने ऐसे ही तुक्का मारा था. It's on and off for the shower.
On and off for the shower. Wow,
Very
that's
nice.
great.
मुझे क्या मिलने वाला है? सब लोग अब हाँ बोल रहे हो. कुछ दोगे नहीं मुझे. खैर, thank you so much for being a part of this fun segment, and thank you so much for being such sports. Always. We have some plaques for you. वो आपको दिए जाएंगे ताकि आपको ये जो दिन है वो यादगार रहे आपके जीवन. कुशा कह रही है फटाक से मैं भूलने वाली हूँ आज के दिन को.